Welcome back. In this session also we learn about list comprehension. I'll call the file name list comprehension.py. What is this list comprehension actually? Instead of using list comprehension, instead of using regular loop, so we use list comprehension. I think for many reasons. They say that it's memory efficient, and highly optimized code, and also actually it allows us also to write clean code. So it takes less memory and high performant. And clean code sometimes short and clean code. Yeah, I will show you. Okay, do you remember the countries? Now you know how to import the countries, right? From countries import. But even before we go that, I think we can just create some nums. Yeah, nums 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many items do you see in this list? 5 items. And if I want you to create, double them, you use map, right? Like if I want you to create maybe 2 or 4 and 6, 8 and 10, doubling every item. So there is two ways to approach to solve this problem. Actually, even more than that. One is just regular loop. So new nums and empty, and then what you should do for num in nums, and then you print one by one, right? I think so far it's clear, right? Let's see. Yeah, we have created them one by one, but instead, how about if we multiply by 2? Because we want to double them, right? Yes, we did actually. Then instead of just printing them out, how about if we append them to the new nums list? Append and that value. And then if you see here, print new nums, and then actually we have created this new list. Yeah. If you have a plan to square them, you can also square them and you will get something like that. Yeah, but now in this case, I'm doubling them. Now, this is one approach. That's great. But I want to just comment this out and also do it differently. Another way could be using built-in function, right? You remember map? The map take lambda function. Hey, lambda, can you just take num? And then after you take the num, please double it, something like that. And then you give the list in here as a second argument. So this function is one of the argument, and this one is the other argument. And then I call this one a new list. I call this new list, or just a list, something like that. Okay, or new nums. New nums. Okay, now let's just print new nums and see the result. What would be the result? Oh, it's like a map object. So all the time after we change actually a map object, we have to change it to list. And now we should get, oh yeah, have you seen just one line of code? But we wrote a couple of lines of code. This one, and this one, and this one. But here we have only 2 lines of code. That's great. But how about also if we want to change it to, other way? Is there another way to solve the same problem? Yeah, so we use the regular method, and then using this functional programming using map. And now, how about if I use list comprehension? What is that list comprehension? This is how you write. Now let's use list. engine. This is first you have to have this, the curly, the square bracket, and then for num in nums. And then as you can see, you put the loop inside, and then actually, then this num should come in here. So we iterate every now and then, and just keep it there. So how about if I print this out? As you can see, I'm iterating and then storing the value. So I'm not doing anything. I'm just copying the file. It's just a copying. But how about if I am adding something every 100? That means I'm adding 100 to every number. Yeah. Yeah, 101, 102, 103, 104. Okay, but our plan was actually to multiply by 2. And as you can see, oh, yeah, again, this is actually new list also. And as you can see, we solved that problem using list comprehension. This is very good indeed. Yeah. So how about if we want the countries to uppercase? Yeah. So what we should do for country in countries. We have imported the countries at the top, right? Did we? No, we didn't. So from countries, import countries. Yeah. Now I can say country dot upper. Now, and then let's just print this out. Doesn't matter if there's space. As you can see, we managed. So we can actually store this in a countries in upper form or something. Countries uppercased. Uppercased. It's I'm just creating a new. So print countries in uppercase form, and as you can see, we have all them here. That is actually list comprehension. Yeah, sometimes it allows us also to solve complicated. For instance, if I have this list, I may have 1, 2, 3, and then I have another list 4, 5, 6, and another list maybe 7, 8, 9. How about if I want to flatten this? How can I flatten this? So using flatten means instead of having a list of lists, I just want this to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now I can use the different method, but now I want to use just list compression. So what I should do so we need 2 for loops. Yeah, we need 2 for loops. So what we should do actually for first, if you just have for nums in list, yeah, for nums in list, and then again, lst, and then again, what we should do for nums for n in nums, and then I think we should put n here. Let me try. Sometimes. So what I did actually first, I just got the first, then in this case, I'm just getting the kind of like I'm getting the nums. And then again, the nums, from the nums, I just want to get n, one by one. So the items. So let's print this out. What do we get actually? Yeah, as you can see, we flattened this. We managed to flatten that. Yeah, so can we use it also for filtering? Of course, yes. For instance, if we want to filter countries for country in countries, yeah, I want if, so I'm adding, as you can see, if land in country, then actually I just collect that country here. So now the plan is actually, I am just collecting those countries that have land. Yeah, again, Finland, Iceland, Ireland, or something like that. At the same time, if I wanted to uppercase, of course, I can do any manipulation over there. I can do anything. And even I can create something like this. Okay, the country was actually a country. And then that is the uppercase form. And then again, if I want to slice the first three, and then I want to actually create a list of lists, even it's possible, as you can see. So now I'm just, first I filtered them out, and then actually creating at the same time list of those countries that have the term land. But that's not relevant. This part is not relevant. I think just if you know how to filter, that would be just good enough. Yeah. Yes. And we don't need the additional. Okay, good. Maybe how about if you want to find all the countries that starts with F or something like that. Okay, let's try. For instance, I can say for C, let's maybe countries better. For country in countries, if country starts with maybe F. So we are targeting actually Finland, no? And I think Finland, Fiji, and something like that. Print something like this. Fiji, Finland, France. But how about if we change this to a function, something that takes like, we can say find country by substring. So that means we just provide substring and we look for the countries, as you can see, and then we just return this. But as you can see, this one is more of like F. Yeah, it's static. So we want to make it dynamic. So instead, I want to just get the text here or the term. Then I can just pass that term in here. Term. Now let's see if this is working again. So what I should do, find countries by string, and then again, F. Of course, I have to print this out because we're not printing anywhere. So let's do this. And let's see Fiji, Finland, and France. That's great. So it's working. But as you can see, it says starts with. Starts with is not the best way for searching. It's better if we use this, the membership operation, if the term in the country, that would be better. We don't care if it's at the end or in the middle or at the end. I mean, in the beginning or, yeah, do we? No. So as you can see now, oh yeah, now Burkina Faso, there's F, yeah, yes, only. Now maybe how about if we check countries with, yeah, IA, that, something like that, like Somalia, Ethiopia, Eritrea, something like that, yeah? Oh yeah, every country got endings with, yeah, like Albania, Algeria, Armenia, Australia, Austria, Bolivia, and Bosnia, something like that. Bulgaria, Cambodia, yes. It's interesting, right? We're gamifying this Python lesson, yeah? Can we gamify this, what is this? This function? Okay. So how many countries do you see? Are you going to count them manually? So actually we can return this number of countries with something like this. The countries, the list will be something like this. And the numbers or the length, it's going to be len and then list. So we can return it as in a tuple, yeah? So now I will also show you something. In Python, actually, if you want to return a tuple, the list and the numbers. If you just do something like this, actually now, we are actually, yeah, 39 countries. 39. Then let's see. Yeah, now if I want, yeah, okay. As you can see with air, then with land, how many countries? Oh yeah, how many? 11 countries, yes. Stand, 7 countries, like a big extent, yeah. So well, we can do quite lots of stuff with this function, but I think this is good enough. I think that is good enough for list comprehension. We can solve different problems. So if you know list comprehension, you don't have to use filter or something, you know, you can just use list comprehension and manage to map, filter values. Yeah, good. Yeah, we managed to cover list comprehension, and we will move on to object-oriented programming.